Partners, students and facilitators, IPS teachers and professional education teachers will develop the co-creation project. Before we start of the kickoff of program, we would like to thanks to Pedro Dominguinhos, President of IPS, Cristina Jacinto from the Human Capital Operational Program, and Vil Kairam, CEO of DEMOLA Global. It's a pleasure for us to be with you. So let's start. Please, Mr. President Pedro Dominguinhos.
So, good afternoon, everyone. It's a great pleasure to be here. I'm carefully asking to all of you, okay, thank you very much. I'm saying that it's a great pleasure to be here with you, and a special thank to Dr. Cristina Jacinto from POCH, or Human Capital Operational Program, to Vil Kairam, of course, and all the students, teachers, staff, academic and non-academic staff, and especially from all our partners from the community, firms, municipalities, and other organizations. This week, it's a great week for IPS. In the last 2 days, we had the kickoff of our European universities, where this pedagogical innovation is one of the key points of all of the alliance. And today we launch formally. We launch formally this new project that we believe. Okay, thank you, Sonia. That will launch a new way and a new, I will say, age of our relationship with the firms, and especially introducing the new pedagogical methods developed in Finland by DEMOLA and all the partners, but especially because we believe that we can change the way smoothly, of course, because we are in a process, and this process needs time, need consolidation, need the involvement of all the actors, but we believe that we can improve the training and the pedagogical methods in IPS, and of course we have to thank all the people, all the academic actors that are in the project. The second word, it's directly to Cristina Jacinto. Because she's one of the ours. As maybe you wouldn't know, but Dr. Cristina Jacinto worked a lot of time in higher education, and that's why I'm saying that she's one of ours, and he always support this innovative project. And for POCH, this is important, and for us as well, because with the support of POCH and Compet 2000, we can launch this project that involves 15 polytechnics across Portugal, with a financing of more than 8 million euros for the next 3 years. So it's important that when we have good projects, that the public authorities and Portuguese and European can support these projects, because we really believe that we can make change happen, and of course improving the way that we are delivering training. The third word is for Vil, and I always remember walking in Helsinki with -6 degrees snowing. It's good, it's a good sensation, but we start thinking in this project 3 years ago. I think more or less 3 years ago, which means that we need sometimes and we need time, and to convince ourselves that the project is good, that we need to search for financing, and especially for all the actors. A fourth word to professional schools. And Cristina Jacinto and POCH always told us, and especially our minister and our Secretary of State that supports a lot this project, that we need to involve since the very beginning the professional schools, the students and the teachers. And for us, it's fundamental to create this community, and especially this community of practice, that we can learn together, or in the language of our university, we can co-learn, we can co-create this process. So it's fundamental for us, the involvement of all the actors, academic, professionals, municipalities, and other organizations. And we believe that in the next 3 years, we can change, happen, and of course, improving the innovation process of our organization and our surrounding community, and contributing for a more competitiveness, cohesion, and inclusion in all the regions. So let's start, and thank you very much for your involvement, because this means a lot of work, and thank you very much for all your involvement in the process.
Thank you. Now, Cristina, you talk.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. First, thank you to Pedro Dominguinhos to ask me to be here. It's an honor for me to participate in this kickoff, because I'm a strong believer of the innovation in higher education. And I think CSIP and EPS are good examples what we can do in Portugal. And it's so meaningful that you, with all hard work, can achieve this moment. It's very, very important. So thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you. And now I would like to send a word to Vilcairamo also. Yeah. Thank you for sharing with us all your knowledge about this. And a special word for Professor Luisa Carvalho and Nuno Pina, that are going to coordinate and put this all this work moving. It's not going to be easy, but if it was easy, it's not for you. It will be for someone else, as we say in Portuguese. Well, it's an honor too that Operational Human Capital Program contributes to this mission. I can tell you now that we are going to finance 2.5 million euros for this program for 15 institutions of higher education, with a strong relationship with professional schools, and which is something that I think it's also innovative. We are taking shape of many things that we say. We verbalize, but we don't write it. We say it, but we don't do it. Now we are doing it. We are collaborating, higher education and professional schools, and giving the kick to another way of looking of the way of learning. So it's with great pleasure that we give this financing, and I'm sure that is going to be one of our flag projects. I have no doubt about it. I take this occasion to share with you that we are going to have a virtual fair in 2 months, and this is one of the projects that you are already invited to present, because we think we have to share it with other countries in the European Commission. It's really important that people understand that higher education is changing. Students don't want only PowerPoints or PPTs. They want to work with their real world. They want to be prepared to what is going to happen in their real lives. And I think that the junction of the 3 pieces that Pedro said before, reinforcing competences of the teachers, reinforcing competences of the tutors, playing with the enterprises and all I don't know how to say it, the productive tissue that is around the institutions is the best thing that we can do. We in Europe heard for at least 15 years the big liaison between higher education and enterprises, and nothing leaves from the paper. There are tons of things written about this, but it's difficult to put it in place, to put in the ground, as you are doing now. So it's really with pleasure that I'm here, that I have a small contribution that this project happens, and I'm sure that the students that have the privilege to study in these courses are going to be themselves real flags of transformation, because they are going to say to us, no, it was different. It was different from everything that I have seen, heard, or experienced. So congratulations for your kickoff. Congratulations for this program. As you know, Pedro, I am enthusiastic from the first minute. And I think in innovation, so many things must happen in a short period of time. So I hope this course is going to be, I'm sure that is going to be a real success, and I hope that others do the same as you. And good afternoon, everyone. It was a great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your words. So, Vil.
Thank you, Angela. Dear friends, Pedro, Nuno, Christina, Luisa, all dear friends. I think this is a great milestone for cooperation of IPS and us as DEMOLA Global, and all the companies and municipalities and students and so on. But I have to say that I not only have a strong feeling, but I know that this is only a beginning, for something great. And we've been working for 5 years actively with Portuguese institutions and polytechnic institutions especially. And I think it's very easy for me to say that I'm very glad to be here, especially at IPS, where kickoff, unfortunately, we can't be in Setúbal at the moment, but the time will come when the COVID pandemic will be over and so on. And Pedro, for example, I've had a pleasure to get to know, where all the spirit you have, where in Setúbal and willingness to kind of create things which are not only relevant for the institution, but for entire European society and the entire community, what we have around. Before going into a couple of things we strongly believe as DEMOLA Global, probably it might be good to say that I think it has been always kind of a great experience to work with Portuguese colleagues, and even though we Finns and you in Portugal are on the other extremes of our European continent, we still have, and of course there are a lot of big differences in our cultures, but there are still a lot of similarities in there. And I think one of the things in a way that is kind of common is that we all are talking always that not about what, but why. And I think this is part of this exercise and this program, and why we are kind of inspired and happy to be here, and also on our behalf, not only contributing, but also investing into all the activities in Portugal, because we strongly believe that this is not only a nice project, but it's a beginning for something permanent, and it all starts with skills and empowering people and changing the culture of cooperation. What I think is a great example is that we have all the polytechnic institutions in Portugal participating in exercise. And we've been already going a long mile from being like working in silos within single polytechnics and local communities to work as a nation, and also opening some interfaces for international talents and companies to participate. And this is something that as a European citizen, I couldn't be more happy about. So just kind of in a way to give you the basic idea, we at DEMOLA Global, we are a public-private institute. We have been since 2008, running co-creation projects between companies, public organizations, NGOs, global institutions, and students first physically in 23 countries, and now online, having participants from more than 80 countries around the world. And I think we have been witnessing some remarkable, not only results, but especially the change in how people collaborate, how people find their own creative confidence and build new professional identity. May the people be students, teachers, or company representatives who take the courage to become as an open-minded person and participate in here. And this is something what we're looking at here. And I've had a great pleasure to work with like IPS teachers and professors for the Q1 in this training part, and now it's the time to put into test all the great conversations and all great ideas we have been commonly going through, and the overall challenges what we are all facing in the times when this COVID pandemic has been making everyone's life very difficult, is that I think we need to redefine in the coming years that what, first of all, higher education means. What is the professional identity? What type of new talent generation we want to create? And also like contributing as a third mission to the entire society in creating more exploration, more courage and curiosity, as we sincerely believe that that's the key for economic success of the businesses and entire societies. I was previously talking a lot about lack of curiosity when having a look at many companies and students finding it very difficult to kind of innovate or create new things. But I have been lately rephrasing often and calling it fear of curiosity, where all the daily challenges what we're facing and all the and now of course all the COVID pandemic and everything is forcing us to look at our own toes and so on. Whereas I think what we need and so on is the kind of ability to look a bit longer and dream and imagine that how might we make this world a better place? What if our resources or what if our today's constraints wouldn't be a constraint? And I think this is something that like we are working on here, and which is a big kind of the background for the entire content what we are working with the teachers and youth from companies and public organizations and students. Basically to like, this is just the beginning, and I hope to see you all in a way in upcoming events and milestones and coming to see a lot of things. But before ending, I just can't stop me in a way, like not highlighting a couple of important things we believe in. First of all, it's all about action. It's the energy, and doing things is more important than having and knowing precisely that are we doing the right direction. Curiosity, I was already talking about curiosity, observing the world with open eyes, not being afraid of conflicts, being inspired, interested in different things, which is very closely connected to diversity, not only in disciplines or genders or cultural backgrounds, but basically in values and overall values in life, different generations, different viewpoints, which may provide to the same things we already know, a totally different angles and so on. Then I think maybe the most important thing is also accepting the imperfection. So, which is once again closely connected to the action that things are not perfect, and if we wait things to be perfect, we have been losing the opportunity or losing the momentum to create impact. So I think these are something that we are embracing, and we are very much looking forward to work with all of you on making this a great story and great experience for everyone, and a great beginning for Portuguese society and Portugal, Finland, and European cooperation. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Vil. Thank you so much for your words. And as
Angela,
always,
let me give you an information. In the 11th of May, we'll launch a national event of co-creation in Thalia Theatre. So we'll receive the invitation, but it was decided this morning, and we're gonna have it. We hope after we can go out to the streets. Okay.
thank you, Pedro. So now let's move, and we are going to the presentation of challenge of co-creation. Please, Nuno and Luisa.
You are seeing our presentation?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I said that it was a pleasure to be here today, and proud in name of IPS to launch this program that we are working during some years, as the Vil and Pedro and Angela and also Cristina said. I would like also to send a greet to our facilitators, to our companies and partners, and to all the people, everybody present in this session. We will now proceed with the cases and with a welcome from our coordination team in IPS. Angela Lems is our institutional coordinator. I and Nuno work together in the coordination of process, and we also thanks to Pedro Belo that give us a very important administrative support. So about this program, we summarize here. I hope that the figure could explain or could sharing the spirit of the project. This is a co-creation project, and we have different actors, the facilitators from IPS and from professional schools. We have also very important support of the presidency of IPS. It's very important in this kind of projects. We work together with partners, organizations, private and public organizations, and of course we have a very important role with our students, because I think the focus are the students and the possibility to learn in a different way. So we have here a focus on new skills. I name it Flex Expert, because today we must combine academical skills with other types of skills, such as Vil said, curiosity, creativity, entrepreneurial spirit, etc. We have the engagement with stakeholders, because we must change the mindset of education and work together more and more. I think IPS, it's a good example, but maybe I'm not the best person to say it, because I'm very engaged with IPS, but IPS, it's a good example about this process. We have a focus on internationalization, and and also you must take in account the new challenges or old challenges, I don't know, digitalization and multiculturality. This pandemic bring us difficulties, but also opportunities. With the possibility to develop the program in the e-learning, we have the possibility to create teams with students from different parts of the world, different polytechnics, etc. So we must exploit the opportunities even in crisis time. The challenges that facilitators developed coming from technical, social, environmental, economic problems faced by public and private organizations. The cases are designed during the training in a co-creation process and based on megatrends. And the facilitators from the organizations are experts in milestones of the project and are a very important resource in this situation. About our context, we have multidisciplinary teams, and this multidisciplinarity is also considering facilitators. We have facilitators from professional schools and from different schools of IPS. And we also have multidisciplinarity in the teams of students from with different backgrounds, gender balance, and motivated. The training program, this is a vision. We can discuss this later. The training program in a nutshell. We have the important support of DEMOLA Global with know-how and expertise. We have during all the program a set of pedagogical tools for co-creation, such as brainstorming, prototyping, design thinking, etc. We have the co-creation process with the cases that our colleagues, facilitators, will present later. And we have also, during all the process, reflection and evaluation about the best practices to implement co-creation in curricula and to create an organizational culture for collaborative learning and co-creation in collaboration with organizations that could be very important to change and improve this mindset that higher education and not all learning organizations must have, because we have different profiles of students. We have millennials, Z generation with different needs, so we must adapt and take it in account. So the important part of this kickoff is with our facilitators. We have proud to announce our first edition in IPS with co-creation challenges. We have challenges in different types and topics. The first one, it's about it's organic waste as an opportunity to win. It's a type of sustainability. We have the partnership of Setúbal municipality, and our facilitators are Emílio Pereira and Rui Amaral. We have a real-time maritime case in new technology with Nokia. It's an international case, and my colleague Noon will work as facilitator in this case. We have a digital customer experience in adventure sports. It's a type of disruptive services with organization Ultra Aventura with Paulo Bogas. Management in 4.0 age. Also in new technology with Sinalcap, and the facilitator is Laércio Júnior. Then we have a platform for automation products and new business paradigm, also in disruptive services in Drosis, and the facilitator is Raquel Barreira. We have another case with new demands on health and well-being in the type Better Life and Well-being with Ascensa, and the facilitators are João Ferreira and Cristina Pio. Other challenge in new technology is innovating health services management and an integrated view with Procom SOM, and the facilitator is Ana Paula Mendes, and bringing sexiness to the museum in the type Society and Culture with the partnership of Barreiro Municipality, and the facilitators are Maria Amélia Marques and Cristina Oliveira. So we would like to thanks to all colleagues that are working hard as facilitators in these cases, and of course to the organizations that also work hard with a lot of meetings to produce this challenge. And it is a pleasure work with you during this period, and we hope that we continue to work in next years in DEMOLA, in other projects with IPS. So now I will pass the word to our first facilitator group, Organic Waste as an Opportunity to Win. Please, Rui and Emilio.
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for the introduction, Luisa. Good afternoon. We are presenting here the organic waste, as we call our project. It's a challenge that will be addressed by our team, where both Emilio and I will play the role of facilitators. Alexandre Freire plays the partner role, representing the head of environment department from Setúbal municipality. And later, Emilio will present the students that played the most important role in this challenge. But now I will ask Alexandre to talk a little bit about the background of our project, which is strongly related to the mission of his department in Setúbal municipality. Alexandre.
Thank you, Rui. Setúbal municipality is responsible for waste management in the city, including management of organic waste. We are beginning at the moment a new challenge, and the effort and motivation to address this problem on a large scale turns Setúbal municipality into an innovator among Portuguese municipalities. It is indeed a new, very innovative project. The demand for a greener and more circular economy and the need to ensure by 2023 the separation and recycling of PO waste at source or through the selective collection. This is the main idea. But to achieve this goal, it's essential to raise awareness, motivate and mobilize the local community for this global challenge. Then Rui will talk to you about the challenge.
All right, thank you for the background. Well, in this project, we identify, I guess, 5 challenges related to some mega trends, which are the circular economy, cultural and climate changes, and smart city context. Circular economy, because Setúbal municipality is committed to achieve the goals recommended by the PERSU 2020 plus, and for the PIEC. For those who don't know, PERSU 2020 plus concerns the strategic plan for urban solid waste, and PIEC concerns the action plan for the circular economy. And what is the cultural change? Well, it's because in order to solve the problem of the organic waste, we need to involve the community and to promote change of habits. We think that that is fundamental to achieve the results we are expecting. There is also the issue of the climate, okay, the impact on the climate, and for that is a challenge, because when we address this problem, we are going towards the cut out the emission of greenhouse gases and the decrease of new areas of landfills. Okay, that it's a very, it's a main preoccupation of the Setúbal municipality is also the new areas for landfills. We also think that, and that is the context of the smart cities, the use of real-time technologies available nowadays will allow us not only to optimize the service, but it can also give value to the waste. Okay, so this is the context of the smart cities that is addressed in this project. And the fifth challenge, the last, but surely not the least, because we think that's the major goal of the project, is to know how to involve the people in this problem. Okay, that is the major challenge that we have here, and is for that the team will be committed to find the best strategies to achieve the best results. Identify the challenge to be addressed. I would ask Emilio if he can present our team. Emilio?
Sure, Rui. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. And now I will present our team. Like Rui has told before, the team is composed for two facilitators, Rui Amaral and myself, Emilio Pereira, the partner Alexandre Freire from Setúbal Municipality, and the most important of all, the members of the team are the students. The team is composed for 5 students, 4 of them from Setúbal Polytechnic and 1 from Porto Alegre Polytechnic. Now I'm going to introduce them. Daniela Delgado studied biomedical and she is in the 2nd year. Bruna Tigre is nursing and she is in the 1st year. Fabiana Nascimento is also a student of biomedical and she is in the 2nd year. Sofia Jorge studying marketing and she is in the 2nd year. And Natasha Henriques from biomedical technologies and in the 2nd year too. Are these the elements we will do this project together? And I want to thank you all to listen us and the presentation of our case study.
So saying this, we finished, Luisa.
Thank you, Alexandre, Rui, and Emilio. Now we have the presentation of real-time maritime. Please, Rui. Sorry, Nuno.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I would like to say that it's a great pleasure being here in this project and co-coordinating it with Professor Luisa. And I will also have the pleasure to facilitate this case from Nokia. Then the title of the case is Real-Time Maritime, and this case has everything to do with the 5G network and the maritime ports. As you can see, Nokia is quite well known. It's a Finnish company, quite well known, and it's always working on this area of networks and many other areas, as we also know from the mobile phones that we in Portugal used to have lots of them. And as you can see, they have here quite a big challenge. That is, the major role of the ports usually nowadays are, and have been for many years, quite important for everybody in the development and expansion of societies. And nowadays, the main idea is the communication technology needs to use 5G somehow. It's a new technology that is now starting to be in some places, not everywhere. But the main idea is how 5G can somehow help to deal with the maritime ports. We have here some of the challenges that we have already discussed with Nokia, and it's if all the bottlenecks of data transfer are eliminated, that's one of the things that 5G will help us with. The everyday life be at the ports changing. So how will everyday life at the ports change with 5G? How will 5G powered data transfer change the dynamics of all ecosystems at the ports? What kind of opportunities are poised to come through with wide adoption of the technology? How to combine other new technologies together with 5G to deliver even bigger impact. So the main idea is not only using 5G, but many other new technologies with it. So these are the main challenges that we are going to face with this case. The team is composed, the partner, it will be Nokia. I will be the facilitator from the Superior School of Technology from IPS. And the members are Duarte Gonçalves. Duarte Gonçalves is a student from the computer engineering course. Tomás.
Sim, já mudei as pilhas, que já estava com conversa.
Tomás Oliveira, that it's from the technology and industrial management engineering in our School of Technology. Also, Nuno Paulino, that is from mechanical engineering degree. And we have also Tiago Pereira, that is from the computer engineering from the Polytechnic Institute of Porto Alegre. Carolina Silva, it's from the Information Systems Management course of IPS, and Luís Carvalho from Accounting and Financing, also from IPS. So we are quite happy and quite excited with this experience that we are going to face, and we are looking forward to start working hard and start getting some demos and some findings through all these phenomena. So thank you all, and you can continue, Luisa.
Thank you, Nuno. So we will continue with Paulo Bogas, but Paulo will share.
Can I share the screen?
Please, Paulo, you could do it.
Okay, so good afternoon. Welcome to an adventure, an ultra adventure. And what an adventure. These last months have been from crowded places and ordinary life to empty places, no hugs to family and friends. We are really waiting for having our life back and some exciting activities. We need to feel full alive, and why not in adventure, an ultra adventure. For that, we did a call to action. Join the team that will design the next generation of digital customer experience, combining artificial intelligence, augmented reality technologies, and the understanding of consumer behavior in adventure and leisure activities. And bring curiosity, enthusiasm, and an opening mind, and come aboard. And they came, a really dream team. On your marks, Hugo, Mariana, Joel, Rayana, Ana, and Sarah, from Portugal and Brazil, a cross-functional team from electronic and computer engineering, bioinformatics, systems analysis and development, anthropology, marketing intelligence, and marketing, a really multidisciplinary team. And of course, Ultra Aventura, ambassador from the other world, all together We will explore how artificial intelligence and augmented reality may have a role in the way we build customer experience programs in adventure sports, with consumer behavior insights being the building blocks of a good digital customer experience. So ready for the next level, and 3, 2, and 1, alive as a team next Friday. And this is our challenge. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul, for your storytelling about Ultra Aventura. Now I will share again the screen. And we have the case of Sinalcab. Laércio,
good afternoon. I also would like to share my screen, okay?
Okay.
Hello, everybody. I will avoid the formalities here, so we have the time not too short for the presentation, okay? But I thank you all for watching my presentation. Our challenge derives from a phenomenon that was detected with our partner, Sinalcab, and it's mostly technological and human resources management challenge. We gathered this team from several places in Portugal, 3 from Santarém, 1 from Tomar, 1 from Évora, and 1 from Setúbal. I am the facilitator, a professor here in the Est Setúbal. This challenge is very interesting one. This challenge deals with the working environment, that is when people attempt to ignore some inputs. People keep doing their jobs in an empirical way, the traditional way. And people do not realize the benefits that more up-to-date methods for working would have for their career and their future chances on a ever-evolving market. This phenomenon led us to think, among other things, how can young and also experienced professionals could adapt to an era of most and more data-driven decision making. How to develop the talent, how to develop new leaders, such as they could enter that new and next frontier of productivity, competition, and innovation, which is required in our very competitive world nowadays. Particularly, how could Sinalcab evolve from these traditional working techniques, this doing their jobs in an empirical way, to manage by KPIs, key performance indicators, to use business intelligence and analytics and technology, and interpret this data and improve the outcomes of their business. And finally, another part of the phenomena is that the need for making workforce, workforce more receptive, and how to teach them, or how to convince them to take advantage of those methodologies, such as they may become successful leaders of a new era, and have benefits in the long term for their careers. Personally, I find this challenge very, very interesting, and I'm sure that the students do so also, and they're going to be very motivated during the entire 2 months of work. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Laércio. Nuno, can you proceed with next presentation, please?
Yes. Now I'm going to present you another case. This case will be with a partner Introsys, and this case will be presented by our facilitator, that is Raquel Barreira.
Okay, good afternoon. It's an honor to present Introsys Challenge. Introsys is a Portuguese company whose core business of is developing robotic and control system solutions for industry, mainly automotive. It is well known that companies need to upgrade to Industry 4.0 compliant systems and products in order to regain competitiveness against companies from geographical locations with cheaper labor and lower production costs. Unfortunately, most industries have not yet developed its know-how on new technologies and on the advantages of its use. And Introsys already has some standard automation solutions that can be used in different industries with minor configuration effort, but does not want to follow the typical path of one-to-one in-person approach to customers, because this is inefficient, it's costly, it's unsustainable, and sometimes simply impossible, as we can see in this pandemic. So the challenge is then to find a way to bring enterprises closer to the solutions Introsys can already provide. And we have a team of 6 very motivated students with different backgrounds, and I don't have the names here, but I will mention them. So we have João Massano, who is studying Engineering of Control, Automation and Instrumentation, Bruno Costa, Civil Engineering, Kennedy Batista, Software Analysis and Development. Kennedy is from the University of Santa Catarina in Brazil. Luís Barros, Logistic and Supply Chain Management, Mariana Calém, Mechanical Engineering, and Tiago Ferreira, also studying Mechanical Engineering. We also count with 2 partners from Introsys, Nuno Flores, the CEO, and Raquel Caldeira, who is the head of R&D department, and she is here actually. I think we have a very strong team, as we could already see from the kickoff meeting we had this morning, and I am very happy to be the facilitator of this project. I'm confident that we will have a fun journey together, and that in the end, we'll have some very good insights to share with all of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Raquel. Now we're going to proceed to the next case, the next challenge. Luisa, we are going to the challenge with Ascenza, and this challenge will be presented by João Ferreira and Cristina Pio. So, João, thank you, and you can start the presentation of your challenge.
Okay, thank you, Nuno. I would like to present our project with the Ascenza, new demands on health and well-being. Cristina Pio is not here present because she has another appointment at their school, and I'm going to present it on behalf of Ascenza also, because Sonia Fonseca couldn't be present also on this communication. So the background is that Ascenza has a long heritage of proximity to farmers and have extensive experience in crop protection sector. And they produce since 1965, being the leader of in Iberian Peninsula, they produce more than 1,250 products and that they sell worldwide. Also, the background from this project is that they have a medical post, the clinic, that they offer to their employees, nursing, occupational medicine, curative medicine services, complementing the services with psychology and nutrition consultations. So this is the background of our project. And they contact us to improve these services and to improve the health and well-being of their employees. What can they do to work with sustainably create a best protection and nutrition for the health of their employees, increasing their satisfaction and well-being? What can the company, that was their aim, can offer on its clinical post to promote physical, mental, and social well-being to its employees? And they wanted us and our team members to help them to design this future project for the clinical post. The team is composed by Sonia Fonseca and Paula Gloria from Ascenza. They are from the human resources from the Ascenza. Myself and Cristina Piu as facilitators, and the students that are composing this team are Ana Santos, from the master's degree student on human resource management in Polytechnic of Coimbra, Juliana Gomes, bachelor degree student in acupuncture here in Setúbal, but she's coming from the University of Porto Alegre in Brazil. She's an exchange student. Only Oliveira, she's a PhD student in education, and she's coming from the University of Ceará in Brazil also. Ruben Curado, who is a master's degree student in healthcare units management from Polytechnic of Santarém, and also Salomé Machão, she's also a master's degree student in healthcare units management, also from the Polytechnic of Santarém. So this is the team, this is our challenge, and we are hoping to help Ascenza and their employees to improve their health and well-being, and to promote a new or different clinic service. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, João, for the presentation of your challenge. Now we're going to the next presentation. We'll need for the next, And if Pedro Santos is online, please let someone come to this meeting, because it's waiting to come inside. Okay, so continuing, we are going to have the presentation of another challenge. This challenge is as a partner, that is the Barreiro municipality, and we have the title, it's Bring Sexiness to the Museum. The presenters will be Cristina Oliveira and Maria Amélia Marques, and thank you for the presentation you're going to make. So you can start. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. So it is time to bring sexiness to these presentations. My name is Cristina Oliveira, and I'm going to talk about the last but not least project of this batch, bringing sexiness to the museum. This picture that you see here embodies the message of the challenge proposed: a little bit of past and a little bit of the present in order to reach the future. Next slide, please. How to live and experience knowledge of the past. How to acquire knowledge on the life and experiences of before. How to transform a museum in something appealing and seductive. Next slide, please. With the fast rhythm, the fast pace of everyday life, we want to prepare the now to get to the appealing future. Our partner in this quest is Barreiro Municipality in trying to figure out how to increase visitors in Espaço Memória, a museum space in Barreiro. And now I introduce to you Fernando Mota, historian, representative of our partner, with whom I already know it will be a pleasure to work with. Please, Fernando.
Good evening. My name is Fernando Mota. I have the role of partner between this DEMOLA project, IPS, and my organization in my working place in Barreiro Municipality, Espaço Memória, a museum to discover the history of my city, which this year celebrates 500 years of municipality. I must give my congratulations to IPS and to Cristina Oliveira and Maria Amélia Marques for their compromise in this challenge to bring 2 more visitors to the only Barreiro Museum. And now I pass the presentation to Amélia. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. And now, having said this, and thank you to Cristina and to Fernando Mota, we will pass on to the challenges, just to pinpoint them out. So how challenges are, how to raise and bring people to Espaço Memória, that is somewhat further away from downtown. How to incorporate a visit to the museum in today's lifestyle as a learning and an experience of leisure. How to make a visit to a museum both seductive and sexy, appealing, because learning can be and should be appealing, and how to perceive the museum of the future. How will we do this? As said, this is a co-creation process, and it has to be simultaneously a learning process and a fun process. We are not gender biased, but the team we have is, with exception, and a very good exception of Fernando Mota that will also help us through it, a group of a girls band. So we have Ana Henriques, Ana Freira, Helena Santos, Reisa Bianchi, and Joana Constantino. It's with them, and it's there that we will be working with, and they will be working with us to create and to bring sexiness to the museum. For all of you and from all of us, very good afternoon. Hope this will be a great challenge for you all. For us, it certainly will. Welcome on board. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria Amélia. And now we're going to the last presentation that will be from Proconsom. The facilitator will be Ana Paula Mendes, and we also have the partner David Guerreiro. So welcome, and please start the challenge presentation.
Good afternoon all. I'd like to start by saluting the President, Pedro Dominguinhos, and Cristina, Jacinto, and Vil Cairamo, as well as the participants and our colleagues. My name is Ana Paula Mendes, and I am going to present the project called Innovate in Health Services Management, an integrated view. This challenge was launched by the company Proconsom, which was founded by the CEO and the speech therapist David Guerreiro. It is my pleasure to introduce him to you. David is going to talk about the company, the mission, and the values of Proconsom.
Hello, everyone. I'm David Guerreiro, and I'm 34 years old. First, let me tell you, it's a big pleasure to be here. And sorry for my English, it's not my best language. If you prefer, I can speak French. C'est un peu mieux pour moi parler en français. I'm kidding. As Anna said, I'm a speech therapist and the CEO of Proconsom. It is a company that provides specialized services in speech therapy and was founded in 2017 in Sessão, Portugal. Our mission is to be a reference company in the area of human communication and provide excellent health services. All services provided by Proconsom are based on 5 values: trust, difference, integrity, accuracy, and results. Now I'm going to pass the word back on to Anna. Thank you all.
Thank you, David. I'm going to explain the challenge and present the team. The challenge is about a chance to change. We are going to use hyperconnectivity and technology integration, innovative organization of work structures, and interface management and administration in various dimensions in order to help out the company, which is doing a lot of health services and administration work with not only speech therapy, but also with psychology and other areas. These trends will be used to improve and integrate health services management. The team members that are going to accomplish this challenge are David and I, as well as 5 members. Eva Rechena, a Portuguese information systems management student. Gouwei Jiang, a Chinese mechanical engineer. Josefina Carvalho, a Portuguese environmental and sea technology student. Louisiana Oliveira, a Portuguese nursing student. And at last but not the least, Mateus Sprout, a Brazilian electrical engineer student. The challenge, as I said before, is about a chance for change, using also the DEMOLA co-creation methodology. We are extremely excited about this challenge and we hope we achieve the goal, which is success. Thank you for listening and have a pleasant evening.
Thank you, Anna. Now we have already had the possibility to share with you these challenges. There are 8 challenges. We have more than 40 students involved, and we have 8 professors, 8 teachers from the Polytechnic and 2 teachers from the professional schools. We are all, as you have already noticed, we are all quite enthusiastic with this program and with this project. And we are going to start our work, our 9 weeks work, just this week. And well, I hope at the end we're going to have a good outputs, good deliverables, and we'll be here to share them with you. Thank you very much all. And it was a big pleasure being here and presenting all these challenges to you. And I hope that everything will be going just like the easy way. And just like Will used to say, we're gonna fly now. Okay, so let's fly.
Thank you, Nuno. So if everyone or someone talk and put the question, it's the time.
I really would like to make not really a question, but a remark.
Okay.
If you don't mind. After hearing all these projects, I think the most common thing between them is the enthusiasm, which is amazing. I mean, enthusiastic too. I think without it, we don't do anything. And I'm sure that we are going to have sexy, adventurous, integrated projects, and all of them are going to provide excellent results. And when I say that, it's only not we have all projects have all good results, but all the meaning of teachers, students working together is already a winning. So congratulations to everybody. It's an amazing work do in a short period of time. It's really pleasant to see that Portugal, when we want to, we can be the best. So thank God for that. Good afternoon to all of you.
I think.
Can I make something? And it's wonderful to look to Amelia and to see her eyes shining behind their glasses when she was presenting and Christina as well, and all the people, because it's very interesting to because we have no masks. It's one of the good things of these Zoom meetings, because we can look to everybody with no masks. But I want to invite Cristina Jacinto in the next, maybe 3 months after that, to see the results of the project. But I want to emphasize the most important here, I think, is not the final result. Of course, it's important, but the process of learning, of change. Of course, not in innovation processes, we know that we will have some failure, but the process and different teams with different backgrounds, with developing soft skills, it's amazing. And I'm really sure that all of us will learn with this project. In the next year, I will apply to be a tutor after finishing my presidency, and I will benefit from the training courses in the next year, because of course I'm very excited to be a part of this changing process. And I think all are really involved, and this kind of interdisciplinary is fundamental. But to see how the challenges are quite challenging in the way that we are facing that. And if you look to behind me, together we can building a new tomorrow or a new future. And it's fundamental that we can change happens, and we are the part of this process of changing. So congratulations for all of you, because this demands a lot of work, a lots of commitment, and a lots of involvement, but at the end, all of us will learn much more than looking for a PowerPoint and having a test. And I think we can propose a university for the future. It will be a university with no tests, maybe, or with no exams. Maybe we can learn more with this kind of process that it needs more work, but it's more challenging of that. Okay.
Thank you, Pedro. And I think it's our students and teachers and our partners. It's a great pleasure work with this group, and our congratulations. So if you need some time, or
I would like to, if I may, I would like to give a word of acknowledgement. I don't know if I'm enthusiastic. I am both very enthusiastic and to work with colleagues and students, but this is it's a construction and a deconstruction process for me. It's a learning process. And in this, I would like to give a word of acknowledgement. And I think I'm doing it probably in name of all the colleagues, to Vil, that has been very supportive over all this, and to all my colleagues, especially in what relates technology. You want, Pedro, a school without tests. If I could have a school with other types of tools. And I would like to give this word of acknowledgement because of all the support we had, also to the trainers or the facilitators we have in the general sessions. I cannot pronounce the names well, so that is why I'm not going to say them. Vil is easier because I'm reading it out now. I'm not even saying his surname, but a word of acknowledgement for all the support we had, and to all the group here. We've been having a very supportive group, and it's a pleasure to work with, both from colleagues from the IPS and from the high schools. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank you for your comments, and thank you for all of yourselves, in a way, for open-minded approach. And like you said, in a way, like, of course, challenging some of the kind of the traditional norms and so on. And I'm totally sure that we will get far all together.
Thank you, Vil. So thank you, everyone. So we close the kickoff and have a good work. Bye-bye.